Well, hello there, and welcome to day 16 of the Storage 100 series. I am Joe Downs with the Storage Mastermind, and today we are diving into self-storage business model, and I promise you, it's not what you think. Most people see a big metal building and think boring real estate. I see high margin, predictable cash flow machine. The key to unlocking serious wealth in this sector is understanding the mechanics of how the money is actually made. It's not just about four walls and a door, it's about the business structure built around it. So let's break down the real revenue streams. Biggest mistake people make is thinking self storage is a simple rental business. It's not. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. It's a retail business in a lot of ways, disguised as a real estate business. If you focus only on unit rentals, you're leaving 15 to 20% of your potential profit on the table. Now, look, I'm going to level with you. There's facilities where it just doesn't make sense to try to maximize profit other ways because you need an employee. But for a lot of facilities out there, if you're paying someone to be there, you might as well be maximizing these other revenue streams. The best operators treat this as a multi-stream revenue engine, maximizing every interaction with the customer. So they don't just focus on unit rentals, because if they did, they'd be leaving 15 to 20% of potential profit on the table. So, and I'm talking about the three main pillars here: unit rentals being one, ancillary income being another, and then the dynamic rate optimization. So let's start with the foundation, unit rentals. Unit rentals, obviously, the core, the bedrock of what we're doing here. It's the monthly recurring revenue that gives you the predictable cash flow, and that's where the size of your unit mix really matters, right? Because a 10 by 20 unit is not just double the price of a 5 by 10. A lot of times it's more. It depends on where you are, but a lot of times it can be more. So you need to pay attention to that. But the real metric you need to obsess over is Rev PAF. Really should be PASF, but I don't think that would sound as good. So RevPAF, which is revenue per available foot. This tells you the true efficiency of your operation. So if you're not hitting that $8 to $12 per square foot annually, you're probably underperforming. So, all right, let's take a look at the money that requires almost zero extra effort. And that would be the ancillary income. It's pure profit margin. It's the money that literally just drops straight to the bottom line with minimal overhead and very, very minimal increase in overhead. So selling tenant insurance, by the way, massive win. You're keeping 50 to 70% of the premium and it protects you from liability, and you can set that up automatically. It's a no-brainer. And don't forget your point of purchase sales or convenience sales or whatever you want to call it. Things like locks, boxes, tape, other moving supplies. If you've got somebody working there, if you've got an employee on site, you should be selling other things. If people are moving, they're going to need these supplies. You should be the one selling them. They're walking into your store. So this income stream from these other things can boost your gross revenue by another 5 to 15%, turning what might be a pretty good deal into an even better deal from when you're looking at your storage facility. So, but then there's one more massive advantage that we need to talk about, and that's kind of the secret sauce of self storage, and that's the pricing power advantage. So, and it's what separates us actually from every other real estate asset class. So, unlike, for instance, let's take apartments where you have 12-month leases. Our month-to-month agreements mean we can adjust to inflation in 30 days, not 365 days. We can adjust to other factors in the market, good or bad, up or down, to stay occupied. But here's the kicker. The customer is typically very sticky. Our customer is very sticky. So if you raise rent by $10 a month, $5 to $10, they're probably not going to move their stuff to save that small amount. It's not easy to move. So this actually allows for a dynamic and airline style pricing where scarcity drives revenue. And we continuously raise rates on existing customers. And I don't mean every month, at a comfortable interval. That might be every 6 months, 9 months, could be every year. It's going to be different in every facility. All right. Let's talk about where the rubber meets the road and the difference between a lazy operator and a mastermind level operator. So let's see everything we've talked about. Let's see what it looks like in real dollars. The lazy operator is leaving maybe up to $3,000 a month on the table, depending on the size of the facility, by only focusing on base rent. The mastermind operator is maximizing market rent and layering in ancillary income like administrative fees or tenant insurance or late fees, or right. That extra $3,000 in this scenario is 36 grand a year of nearly pure profit. At a 6 cap, that single change, there's well, single change, a couple changes, just could create up to $600,000 in value. This isn't just about being greedy. It's about being smart and capturing the value that you can create. All right. So now that you see the potential, what are the traps that keep most people from getting there? Well, if you want to maximize revenue, you have to stop making these rookie mistakes. First, the set it and forget it mentality is a guaranteed way to lose money to inflation. Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be easier to manage, but yes, you will fall behind. You got to review your rates quarterly. If you don't, you're just getting poorer every year, at least on paper. Second, stop chasing 100% occupancy. I know I've touched on this before, but if you're full, your prices are too low, period. End of story. You want to aim for that 85 to 95% occupancy. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but if you think about it, if you continue to raise rates so that you force yourself into that 85 to 95% occupancy window, you almost guarantee, you have to guarantee that your revenue's gone up. Almost guarantee. I guess there's a scenario where it could. That's this is the sweet spot, that 85 to 95 for maximizing revenue. All right. Lastly, stop ignoring ancillary income. Those small dollar amounts here and there add up to thousands in pure profit. And finally, stop being the nice guy with discounts and waived late fees. That only attracts lower quality tenants who will cause you headaches and not pay on time. All right. So that's the opportunity and the mistakes. Now let's talk about what you need to do right now if you own a facility, or what you need to be on the lookout for if you're just starting your journey. Giving you the playbook. Now it's time to put it to work. So first action steps, go look at your local competitor's website. List every single fee they charge beyond the base rent. You need to know what's possible in your market. Next, calculate the difference between $1 and $1.50 per square foot on a single unit. See that number? That is the money you're leaving on the table right now. You need to internalize that value. That should be your motivation. All right. Join us tomorrow for day 17. We are going to show you how to find your first market in 30 minutes. 30-minute exercise to find a market. If you realize you've been leaving money on the table, or you realize how powerful what I just showed you is, go ahead and hit the like button for me. Do me a solid. Subscribe. That's for you, if you recall, so you don't miss the next episode and all the ones that follow. And more importantly, the lives where I'm going to bring on some really, really cool and fun people to listen to in self-storage who are, I hate the word expert, but really experienced in their space. And then share this with a friend who thinks passive income means doing absolutely nothing. Please, they will thank you later. Trust me on that.